Now, moving forward and going away from football for some time, or soccer, if we have any American
Stop.
people in this. So, McGregor, McGregor,
Hi.
McGregor. This is what, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the UFC here. I mean, both of us are
Oh,
big fans, as you can tell. And McGregor came back, comeback fight against Dustin Poirier. And for the first time, McGregor was knocked out TKO in his career. And this was a revenge fight because they fought 6 years ago. Now,
that's right.
now I have a couple of questions when it comes to McGregor. Um, Number one, were you surprised with the outcome of that fight?
Yes,
Why were you
I'm
surprised?
surprised.
Why were you?
Definitely surprised. Now, I saw a lot of exposure. I could foresee how he would lose, and he lost exactly how I thought he might. However, I was expecting a knockout in the second round for McGregor.
So this is how I see it. The If you look at the UFC and if you look at the grind, especially in the lightweight division,
Hmm.
you have Oliveira, Chandler, um, Hangman, you have Tony Ferguson, Khabib. When you look at
Yeah,
the when you look at the standard in that division, those guys have been brawling and fighting non-stop. They've been active. Fair play,
exactly.
fair play to Dustin Poirier. He only fought once last year, which
Yeah,
is fair enough. But he still had the hunger. He fought once, and it was a good war with Dan Hangman. And
that's right.
but he has always stayed hungry, stayed focused. Now McGregor fought Cerrone, which let's be honest, we all expected him to win, which he
That
did,
was
in 40 seconds, and then
yeah.
he goes numb the entire year. So skill set, I personally don't think McGregor has improved over the years. I just feel a lot of the other fighters have caught up. And the reason I say this is because McGregor always comes up with very crappy excuses. When he fought Mayweather, he said, I trained for all styles possible, but I wasn't expecting him to come with a Mexican style. That's such a crappy excuse. I mean, you say you've trained for all styles. Now, the press conference after the fight, he's saying, "Oh, he trained for Dustin. Dustin was a smart fighter. Styles
Yeah.
win fight, but I wasn't expecting the kicks." Come on, what kind of statement is that?
I'm glad you brought up the kicks. Okay. Now there's two ways that I felt that he was exposed. Any UFC fan will tell you McGregor cannot defend kicks. I'm sorry, but the guy does not know how to actually check kicks.
He's a two-time world champion. How can he not know how to defend kicks?
He does not know how to check kicks. I'm sorry, I cannot remember. I wish I remembered the guy who.
He's been in the UFC for 8 years, 11 pay-per-view fights, double
Yes,
champion, and he doesn't know how to check kicks.
I'm
Please,
telling you for free,
please.
this guy is not great when it comes to checking kicks. He was exposed against Poirier. I wish it's not going to come to me right now as to who destroyed his legs as well. There's been two or three people who have destroyed his legs, and he's worked on his knockout power and prayed to knock people out. And that's exactly what he's done. Poirier worked on his legs, and he didn't he have a dead leg in the end? His
Uh,
left or right dead.
he's been ruled out for 6 months because of that dead leg. McGregor. So
There you go.
we're not gonna see him till sometime after July. If
Dustin
if he
Poirier has
has the
just given
hunger.
as to how to defeat McGregor. It's as simple as that. I don't know who he's going to come back against now. There's been a few names who have been thrown out there regarding trilogy, such as Nate Diaz, Dustin Poirier himself. Do you give him another feeder fight like Cowboy? Obviously, he's just beating Cowboy, but like the likes of Cowboy, does he go and fight a YouTuber? What do you with McGregor now?
Well, first of all, McGregor is still the biggest star in the UFC in terms of drawing the crowd and the biggest.
Yeah,
But in terms of fighting and earnings, I feel this is how I see it. Dustin Poirier should be on one side to fight for the lightweight title if Khabib, relinquishes the title.
yeah,
On on the other side, Dustin and well, staying on Dustin Poirier's side, he has beaten Gaethje. He
Yeah,
has beaten McGregor. He,
correct.
he has beaten Dan Hangman. The only person he hasn't fought in the top division, he hasn't fought Tony Ferguson, and he hasn't fought Oliveira. However, all the names that people are calling to be lightweight contenders, he has beaten them all. Now, which brings me into the next thing. The next thing is people are talking about Michael Chandler, which he had a wonderful UFC debut. I mean,
I,
I didn't even see that coming. He just, I mean, that was. I'm not gonna lie. I felt sorry for Dan, but
I
that was
Dan,
amazing. For those of you who don't know, Michael Chandler was a former Bellator champion. Made his UFC debut against Dan Dan the Hangman, and he knocked him out in the first round, pretty much.
ranked up.
Yeah, and now there's talk about him going for the title, which I don't think he has earned because, as far as I'm concerned, he should beat Gaethje and possibly fight somebody else, possibly two or three people that Dustin Poirier has beaten before he's given a chance. In the meantime, I personally feel Dustin Poirier, if there's anybody he should fight just one more time before he gets a title shot, is Oliveira.
Well, let me deal with Chandler first, okay? Because I've been waiting to say this. He dealt with Dan Hooker well, well, well. He treated him like someone who was out of the top 15, top 20 rankings. It was ridiculous. Chandler stalked him as if his name was Mike Tyson. The way he stalked Dan Hooker was ridiculous. Dan Hooker did not get a look in. That left hook came in, lights out. It was a wrap. Dan Hooker is done out here, and I feel for the guy. I don't know who's going to be next for Dan Hooker,
What do you
but
mean?
I feel
What do you mean he's done out there, man? So what you done out there meaning? What's that? What does that mean?
it's gonna. Do you know what? It might take him a little bit of time to actually come back. I'm worried about Dan Hooker now. I'm worried, right? Because I've got a feeling that they might try and feed him to someone who is ranked 11th or 10th. I'd have to look at the rankings, but I'm a bit worried about him now. Um, he's obviously not going to get a fight against any of the top five guys. He's going to go down in rankings. If I haven't seen them yet, you might be able to tell me actually. Um,
I mean,
but
he was ranked sixth, and he fought.
he was. I don't know if he's dropped. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I've just got this feeling that he may be fed to someone else. I'm a bit worried about his career now. The way he was knocked out against Chandler, it was not.
He possibly will not drop out of the top 10 because if you look at the guys below him, I think he has beaten one or two people there.
I
So
don't think he'll out. I'm saying I've got a feeling that he may be fed to someone, and I use the word fed because with the UFC, they like feeding people to up and comers. I'm just a bit worried. I need to see the rankings as to who's number 11, who's number 10, you know, who's on a winning streak. They like doing that. It was a nasty knockout. It wasn't nice. It's going to take Hooker at least 4 or 5 months to recover. At
well,
least 4 months. So I'm intrigued as far as that's concerned. In regards to Poirier, on the other hand, though, who do I want to see him fight next? It's got to be Gaethje.
no, he beat Gaethje for the interim title. What's he fighting him for again?
The reason why I say Gaethje is because Khabib doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon. For Khabib to come back, it had to be McGregor. It had to be McGregor. That was the draw
It could
that
be
I'm
it
looking
could be
for.
GSP.
Can you honestly see GSP coming back at the age of 40?
Well, no, but however, this is how I look at it. This is how I look at it. Dustin has beaten Gaethje up before, and Gaethje has had a shot at the title.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of form, Oliveira needs a shot. And if anything, Oliveira should fight Gaethje, and the winner of that should fight Dustin Poirier. And I feel Chandler should get McGregor next
No! Wow! Why? Why? Why?
because
What?
McGregor too has also been beaten by Dustin Poirier.
How? Do you know? I think it's incredibly disrespectful
To
that
who?
Chad got Hooker ranked number 6 in the first place. I think it's
Well,
incredibly. don't get me wrong. I understand that UFC have paid big bucks to get Chandler in, but the fact that he has bypassed so many, it is really annoying.
Okay,
Now,
please
many,
tell me two names he should have fought before Dan Hardman. Two names,
you know what?
just two.
Do you know what? You're gonna laugh, but I feel like he should have fought someone like Donald Cerrone. I really do. Um, at the end of the day, I just don't feel he should have been thrusted into a top six fight. Yes, people may say, do you know what? It's justified. He's knocked Dan Hooker out. I get that, but I feel it's very disrespectful to those who are in the top 15 rankings that he's just bypassed a lot of them into Dan Hooker, and now you're saying he should be fighting the money man. He should be fighting McGregor. So he's gone from. You're saying he should go from Dan Hooker to
Okay,
McGregor. What are you
so
gonna say next? The
so
title?
well, but if look at it this way, look at it this way. I I I don't believe he should fight for the title. I think he needs to earn it. However, we've seen he fought Dan Hardman that went 5 rounds with Dustin Poirier.
Uh huh.
He fought Dan Hardman that went 5 rounds with Felder. Dustin Dan Hardman that beat Al Quinta.
Yeah.
He took him out in less than 2 minutes. Surely there's something to his arsenal. Surely.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Of course. But there you go. You the likes of Aquinta, the likes of Felder. How disrespected must you feel if you are these guys, knowing that you've just been bypassed?
Yeah,
You've
but
been,
but
you know,
let's be honest here. We've always known that the ranking in UFC doesn't really mean much. And besides, the UFC always do fights with people that can make money. Personally, okay, I tell you what, forget all this disrespect thing, man. Oh my God, who's going to bypass? Yada yada yada. In one go, so we can end the UFC. At least we can end this section of the UFC talk in one go. In one go. You agree, Dustin Poirier fighting for the title?
100.
Who should he fight for the title and why? Break down the fights till you get there.
Well, this is it. I 100. I go back to Gaethje, and the reason why I say Gaethje is because of what you've just said. I believe Gaethje will beat Oliveira. If Gaethje beats Oliveira, it's got to be Gaethje and Poirier.
Okay.
So I'm just basically saying he's going to beat Oliveira, so it has to be Gaethje and Poirier. Has
Okay.
to be.
So what you're saying is Oliveira Gaethje fights. Whoever wins fights Dustin Poirier.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gaethje.
And who should McGregor fight next?
I don't know. I don't know. The thing is,
I'll fight
who,
him.
whoever you put with McGregor, ah, see, I would love to see part three against Nate Diaz. I would love to see it.
Oh well, we shall see. It was a good weekend for UFC. Unfortunately, our girl Rivas lost, but I mean she lost to a better fighter. It's when you think about it, it was a good card. I'm looking forward to UFC 258 with Kamara Usman and Gilbert Burns. I mean, I'm hoping the belt stays with Kamaru. A lot of people think the belt's going to change waist, but we shall see. We shall see. Moving on to the rest of the world. This is where this is your thing because as much as I love certain sports, I keep away from loads of them. What's happening in the world of basketball? I see that Lebron is still doing his thing.
LeBron, the king, is still doing his thing. 36 years of age. He last night,
36 or 35?
he's 36. He's 36. All right. He became the oldest man last night, going back to Cleveland again with the Lakers to score them 40 points plus. Unheard of. First guy, the oldest guy to have scored 40 points against an opposition. It's ridiculous. These things don't happen. There's so much going on in basketball right now. It's ridiculous. We have now, for the first real time, seen what's called the Big Three. The Big Three at Brooklyn Net right now.
And the big three.
Harden, Kyrie Irving. It's huge
So
what's going
when you said
on right.
big three, were you talking about big three players or big three teams?
the big three players.
Oh,
Okay,
and they're all in
with
one team.
years ago, slightly with Golden State Warriors. We saw it a few years ago, but we've never seen this much firepower. In football terms, we've basically got Mbappe, Neymar, Messi in the same team. It's ridiculous. The amount of pressure there is on Brooklyn Nets to win the championship this season is ridiculous. The only problem this team has is no defense.
Mm.
But that's what's making their games so exciting at this moment in time. It's so exciting because you're seeing games like 128, 130, and so on and so forth. I love it and I can't get enough of it. But right now, we cannot dispute who is the king right now. It's still LeBron James. Will Kevin Durant come and take his title? We don't know.
Well, I mean, he spends millions on his rehab and training and keeping himself fit, and his diet is wonderful. I mean, I'm a big supporter of. I don't get it when people say somebody's too old. I mean, if a guy is 50 and he can still ball and can still do wonderful, play him. That's my opinion. But you know,
100.
we all see things differently. I mean, I love watching him play. I love seeing his highlights. I mean,
Oh,
I saw the no look 3 points.
oh,
That was just amazing.
oh,
That was wonderful.
that's that's taking a piss on different levels. On different levels. I'm sorry. I don't care how this sounds, but if I'm the opposition coach and I see someone do a no look 3-pointer, I'm calling a timeout. I'm telling someone to take him out. Take him
Yeah.
out. The
Well,
disrespect was immense.
it's all
No,
good. It is all good. Well, we should see what happens in the upcoming week, and lots of talking points to come in the week. Um, we'll probably talk or touch more on Italian football next time. I like what AC Milan is doing. Of course, we'll speak about the Premier League depending on what is going to happen. All eyes on Thomas Tuchel for Chelsea. But before we go, Dr. Frank, what are your betting tips to look forward to in the future?
well, there's quite a few going on at this moment in time. Well, if you're looking at this week alone, I'm telling you, I'm very interested in the game between Tottenham Hotspur at home to Liverpool. I'm not liking Liverpool's defence. I'm telling you, I'm not liking it whatsoever. Do not be surprised if Tottenham come away with that home victory. They'll probably be underdogs, to be honest with you. I haven't looked yet, but they'll probably be underdogs. But that's game I'm definitely looking out for. And I'm also looking forward to the Super Bowl. This is
Oh,
going amazing. It's in a couple of weeks, in the first week of February. It's the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time.
Tom
And
Brady is still playing. My good
he's
God.
still playing. He's still playing. He's 43 years of age, 43, 44 years of age. He's transferred. He was at New England Patriots for many years. He left his coach, Bill Belichick. He's gone to Tampa Bay. It's a fairy tale ending right now. The Super Bowl is actually in Tampa Bay. It's the GOAT, the greatest of all time, against the baby GOAT, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, if you don't know who he is, he's coming for that title of greatest of all time. He's 21, 22 years of age, and what he's doing right now is astronomical with that ball. He's the current MVP from last year. He's looking to win it 2 years in a row. Kansas City are looking to defend their title. It's going to be amazing.
All good, all good. I take it your prediction videos will be coming out soon, and people can look up on YouTube for Dr. Frank. And
You definitely can. You definitely can. Look out for Dr. Frank. Dr. Frank predicts. You'll definitely see them. You can catch me on Twitter as well. Ask me as many questions as you want. Dwayne P. Frank. You'll find me there as well.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of Grassroot Chats with me, MC Savvy Boy, or Julian, however you want to call me, and of course with my co-pilot, Mr. Dwayne Frank. Ladies and gentlemen, speak to you soon.
Absolute pleasure. Take care.